somebody here trying to groom kids, saying that they can't consent to puberty. Like, this is the kind of stuff. And I also
I'm
want to
waiting
say
for the response for this.
If you care about trans people, you will repudiate this person.
That is adorable, because honestly, I thought he was going to assert something more. Like that was like watching a hamster try and get through a maze, but they kept turning back around and going down the same ways.
Good argument.
And then just like turn. Oh wait, no, this way. Oh wait, no,
this is a great argument.
No, oh wait, no, actually this way. Like that was just like. Yeah. What the fuck are you?
Let's get another metaphor.
Talking about, dude? What are you talking about? Get fucking frame mogged by the anime fox.
Created.
Like what?
Show me the path.
You're a hamster. I don't know what you're talking about. Get mogged by an anime character.
Unity.
What a great video.
What are you talking about? That there's this, and he didn't use the word catalyst because again, probably a little bit outside his vocabulary, but that there are these moments that will catalyze things, and then things will rapidly change. Okay. Do you want to fucking tie that into what you're talking about? Like, do you want to connect?
Well, yeah, obviously. Like, I think that whenever people realize that, for example, there are trans surgeries being pushed on kids, and people are taking kids, like, fucking, they're taking hormone blockers at 12 years old, and this becomes, the public becomes aware of this at a mass scale, and a few stories of kids who have had their lives negatively affected by it, I think that you're going to see a huge change very fast. That's the truth.
These thoughts connect the dots here a little bit for people. This is fucking wild.
And I think it already has happened. I think that the acceptance of, you know, for example, like kids transitioning, and you can see this also even with gay marriage. You've seen it going down now, and I think that a result of that's because you've seen so many of these crazy stories and people trying to push this stuff on kids.
You'll repudiate this person, and you will disavow this person, because any reasonable trans person...
So that's the entire argument? That's their entire point?
A lot of them out there.
Oh my god!
Like this and say this person's giving away the game. This person is going and putting us all in a bad position because of their weird fetish fixation.
Again, somebody's medical concern for people being able to live their best life is not a fetish.
It is when it's about kids. It is when you've tweeted about it as many times as Nayara has. Undeniably. Whenever you're talking about like pushing your worldview, pushing your sexuality on children, yeah, that's pretty bad.
Also, not the right way to use the term giving up the game. If another trans person were to see Niara doing this and were to repudiate them, as Zach says, it's not because Niara is giving up the game, because that...
They absolutely are. They're radicalizing people against the trans community by trying to force trans issues on children. This is a 90-10 issue, and the vast majority of the public is against it. And to the extent that the trans community becomes defined by people trying to push these issues on children, is to the extent that people will not want to have anything to do with the trans community and will view it as a group of groomers. This is undeniable. All you have to do is go on the internet. You're going to see this happen everywhere.
Planet item ready. Your presence is strong.
You would infer from that is the goal of all trans people. Like giving up the game.
Yeah, if you don't remove extremists and radicals from your community, you become defined by them. And I think that's the issue.
Specifically refers to trying to hide something.
Your presence is
the cat being out of the bag, so to speak.
Research tier complete.
Like it's hiding your power level type shit. It's a very common turn of phrase. Like, what the fuck, dude?
And I think a lot of people are trying to see that. Who are so afraid of being different, they want everybody to be different. Yeah, exactly. And do you consent to growing up and getting old? Yeah, I guess not, right? And if you're for the good version of something, you need to be against the bad version. Exactly, I know. And all I want for them to leave kids alone and leave the shit out of our video games. Yes, exactly. Just stop involving kids. This is you are in.
Notice just really how he addresses everything with no. It is just this constant feedback loop with his audience. Where they send in something.
Is the whole video like this?
It's going to get a lot worse. It's going to get a lot worse. And you're going to deserve it. I hate people like this. They're disgusting. And if somebody doesn't do something about it, and the problem also is
Posturing. For the
He's not answering anything? Yeah, because you can't. It's
Our forces have
undeniable that
engaged the
the
enemy.
amount of like weird fixation that this group has had about
We
trans
answer the
kids
call.
has massively
I am the
alienated
Unity
like
servers.
everybody.
Your
Pretty much
presence
everybody is
strong.
against this except
We'll
for the biggest
consider it.
retards on the internet.
Harmony research tier complete.
Did he ever attack your argument?
That's the word
The
I'm looking
anima are
for. For the
restless.
vicarious thrill
Our
of his
vengeance
audience.
is yours. Victory is at hand.
The real problem here,
Uh-huh.
Our
He's just
will
not that
shall
slick.
be done.
like he's not.
Glory to the unity.
Oh
He's trying.
and advocate for kids to be confused about their gender.
What's
This
on
is a
your
mental
mind?
illness. This is
Commerce
crazy.
upgrade
Being
complete.
trans isn't a mental
A
illness, but your
colonizable
fixation on
planet
trans
has
kids
been
is.
discovered.
It's because I think on some very, very base level, they know their
Okay,
days are
one
numbered.
more.
That's
one
right.
more. I want to
So
go.
when you say
Okay, is this
they
going to be
know
an
their
argument?
days are numbered,
Yes.
again, like I
Harmony
don't know if
research
it's
complete.
that he is so
Civilian
stupid he
structure
doesn't understand
complete.
what he's saying. He's just
No, here's what I'm saying. It's very simple. I
More
think
credits
every
are
single person
required.
that's trying to push trans ideology on children
it
is grooming
time?
them. I think
Without
every doctor
delay.
who's performed surgeries on trans children
I
is
am the
mutilating them.
Unity servant.
And as soon as I
Civilian
could,
structure
I
complete.
will advocate for,
What's on
push
your
for,
mind?
and
To
try
the
to
death.
promote any
Our
candidate that will go into
vengeance is
office and
yours.
retroactively
Civilian
punish and put
structure
those people in
complete.
jail. That's exactly what I mean. This is a disgusting
presence is
abuse.
strong.
It is ridiculous.
research
And
complete.
I'm sick of these
What's
people
on your
pretending like
mind?
they have the moral
I
high
am the
ground
Unity
while they are
servant.
mutilating children
As you
and
wish.
irreversibly changing their bodies. This is what should be happening. That's what I mean.
repeating phrases and words that he thinks other dorks say online. If all the fucking kick streamers he's watching, all the Nick
Civilian
Fuentes orbiters
structure
he's
complete.
hanging out with.
And this
Is
is the
it
difference
time?
you'll see with
Without
people like
delay.
me versus
What's
any
on
of these
your
other
mind?
like reply retards on Twitter. Is I will answer questions they
colonizable
ask.
planet has been
They will
discovered.
not ever address the context of the things that I'm actually discussing. They will never actually address the argument itself. They will address the optics of the argument. They will address how the argument sounds. They will
Civilian
address how the
structure
argument
complete.
feels. They will address the person making the argument, but they very rarely actually address the argument itself. And I think you've seen it right here.
I don't know if he just thinks that it sounds cool to say this stuff and doesn't understand the
This is just like more like weird patronizing, Redditor behavior.
implication
Mm-hmm.
of when more radical people get into power. People
Yes, we're gonna put these people in jail. Absolutely.
like this is days are
100%.
numbered.
Yes, 100%.
Like it's not
Commerce upgrade complete.
it's not fucking rocket biology here, dude. Like it's
100%.
very
Sick.
clear what most. Speaking of what most rational,
Civilian
rational,
structure complete.
rational,
Harmony
reasonable bunch of
research
kids
complete.
Trying to gender
Our
Got it.
vengeance is
Okay.
yours.
like, oh, you just want to kill them all. Okay, their days are numbered. Got it.
The entire thing has always been about trans kids. That's what it's always been about.
Civilian
The
structure
entire
complete.
conversation was about this. It was very, very well defined. The only reason why people like this, and this is the only thing that he's been able to do to synthesize any information at all in this entire video, is misunderstand one thing that I said.
of going out advocating for violence is our number.
All of what he said. He's like, no, actually, your days are numbered of you being violent. Aha, yes, you threatening violence and you.
Well, yeah. Yeah, absolutely true.
Your presence
Yeah,
is
and that's another
strong.
thing too, is that
Civilian
I would
structure
I
complete.
would weaponize the FBI, and I would weaponize any government institution I had, and I'd again, I wouldn't do this. I would vote for somebody to do this. Would be to go after all of these like weird psychotic freaks on the internet and put them in mental institutions. That's what I would want to do. I think these people are a cancer to society. They've
Harmony
destroyed
research
online
complete.
discourse. They are parasites. All they do is cause problems.
Commerce
They're
upgrade
retarded.
complete.
They're maladjusted.
Our will
And
shall
they
be
fundamentally
done.
are a danger to not only themselves,
Our
but other people as well.
vengeance is yours. consider
Lying
it.
to people.
Civilian
and, yes,
structure
I guess.
complete.
It's like,
A
it's too
colonizable
late, bro.
planet has been discovered.
That they do.
Before getting to this part where I was like, he's just
Okay.
Saying that I'm
Planet
talking about
item
killing
ready.
trans people.
So, remember what I was talking about? I had that long-winded preamble before getting to this part where I was like, he's just going to keep treating this stuff as inevitable because from his point of view...
It is inevitable. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. I mean, the only reason why there is as much acceptance for it as there is now is because so many social media platforms have to create an artificial reservation for these ideas to exist in a protected environment. The moment that Twitter was bought by Elon Musk, the entire sentiment around this issue shifted overnight. The only reason why you're not seeing more people saying what I'm saying on the internet is because they're afraid of getting fired or they're afraid of getting banned. You can't rule by fear. Truth eventually will come through, and average people will see that, yes, this is bullying. It is. It's straight up bullying. What's the other thing about it? I have no idea.
From his very
I don't want
limited
to watch
echo
it
chamber,
anymore. Let me finish this last one.
that's the predetermined conclusion of all this.
Yes.
Is that this is the way it's going to go.
It is.
Without taking into
It is,
account the
100%.
wider world around him.
You're exactly right. And how does the wider world around you think about trans kids?
Outside of that echo chamber. The things that are constantly happening that would undermine this perfect fascist utopia he's thinking of where he has an inside line on the FBI or whatever. It's the thing that
I'm advocating for what I want the government to do.
Talked about in the tweet that I think really got under his skin was how he doesn't have power.
Your
He doesn't.
presence is
He
strong.
You're right.
Are restless.
Absolutely. That's why I'm waiting for somebody to vote or to vote for that will do the thing that I want them to do. You're right.
Much like myself, and
Yeah.
what would be classified as an
I mean, the fact is, none of us really do. That's why we vote.
Our vengeance is
at
yours.
most we can be said to
Hostility
be,
research
you know,
complete.
we disseminate news through a particular political lens, but I do not have, much like Asmongold, despite our vast difference in fan base, I don't actually have political
The
capital.
anima are restless.
Neither does
Commerce
Asmongold.
upgrade complete.
But
Planet
again,
item
because of
ready.
the ideology
Our
he has aligned
forces
himself
have
with,
engaged the enemy.
he
Beg
believes
for our forgiveness.
that
Your
his
presence
true
is
power
strong.
lies in
We'll
support.
consider it.
Killing trans people. Cry about
Asmongold is talking about killing trans people, and his first
lies
response
before us?
is
For the
cry about it,
unity,
get upset about it.
Your presence is
Your
strong.
time is coming.
Of course,
Research
because
complete.
there's no reason to reason with a person that doesn't want to be reasoned with. You're not
Hostility
interested in
research
having a
complete.
conversation. You're interested in pushing an agenda. You're not interested in telling the truth. You're interested in people believing a certain outcome. So that's the reason why I act this way and I feel this way, because capitulating and discussing and explaining things to you in a lot of cases is just simply a waste of time. Because in doing so, you're engaging in rational conversation with a person
All
who has
power
no
to
interest in
Jump
that.
Drive.
You have no interest in doing this at all. You have no interest in discussing like whether something is a good idea or a bad idea or anything else about it.
colonizable
What you are
planet
interested
has been
in is
discovered.
insulting, patronizing, self-aggrandizement, talking about how smart you are,
Cry for
making these
mercy.
Reddit arguments, and that's it. And so anyway,
Planet
I'm not going to
item
watch the
ready.
whole thing, right? I'm not. And so anyway, doubling down hard on
Glory
extreme
to the
transphobia.
unity.
This is the thing too, and it's pretty sad for people to
What
see
lies
that, or for me
before
to see
us?
that I'm
Our
being the
forces
I'm
have
the one that's being
engaged the
transphobic. It's
enemy.
crazy. Here's a recent reputable opinion poll about banning HRT for kids. Let me see here.
The anima are restless.
Americans have
Army
grown more
research
supportive of
complete.
restrictions on
Another
trans
planet
people in
joins the
the recent
unity.
years. 2/3 of U.S. adults support policies requiring transgender athletes compete on teams that match the sex that they were assigned at birth. Yep, there we go. 2/3.
Glory to the unity.
Wow. Protect trans people with discrimination in jobs, housing, public spaces, restaurants,
to the
healthcare professionals,
unity.
provide minors. Yeah, this is it's a majority opinion. Yeah, this is
Cry
a
for
majority
mercy.
opinion. Only 26% of the
Glory to
population
the unity.
are actually in favor of this. So never let these mentally ill, weird, I don't know what this person is, I don't really care. But
Cry for
never let
mercy.
these weirdos think that you are not the majority. Not only are you the majority, you are the super majority. You are the vast majority. The overwhelming majority. Aspen needs to be arrested. Unwashed Goblin, left-wing creators, real-world consequences. Yeah, sure. And so anyway, yeah, that's about it.
Is it
So,
time?
where are you getting your source for majority? Where am I getting my source? The poll that I just looked at right here from pewresearch.org.
Without delay.
It's right there. And also,
I
even
am
if
the
there wasn't
Unity
a poll,
servant.
it's obvious. It's obvious. You don't need to be a researcher or a genius to look at it.
What's on your mind? As you wish.
They're basically saying that
Commerce
me and
upgrade
Asmongold
complete.
are
Your
freaking out
presence is
over
strong.
Yasuke. We hate Yasuke because he's a black man in a video game, which is not the truth whatsoever.
Glory to
People
the
are not
No.
criticizing
Hostility
Yasuke as a
research
character in
complete.
Ubisoft's implementation of this character because he's
We
simply a
answer
black
the
man.
call.
They're doing it because
I am the
Ubisoft,
Unity
through their own
servant.
actions, have made a very dishonest portrayal
Your
of this
presence is
historical
strong.
figure while also claiming they
Victory
are
is at
historically
hand.
accurate and they respect Japanese culture.
Glory to the
Meanwhile,
Unity.
they're claiming he's a samurai when that is a very highly contested claim,
What's on your
and their
mind?
only real source for that seems to be Thomas Lockley, who wrote a 400-page
wish.
fan fiction about Yasuke with no empirical evidence that has been absolutely dragged by other Japanese
We answer
historians.
the
So,
call.
yes, people have a problem with Yasuke
Without
as a character
delay.
in this game, not because he's black,
The anima
but because of
are
the way that
restless.
Ubisoft has implemented this character. And you can see a totally bad faith argument that anyone who watches our videos
Everybody knows that too. Like, that's exactly what it is. And that's why everybody downvotes videos like this. It's
Is it
because people
time?
make up bullshit and they start with a premise that's just totally fucking untrue. And then they turn it
Victory
into
is at
something that's
hand.
completely different.
would never believe for a second, and that's how they start off this whole thing. And they just, you know,
We
yap
answer the
over and over
call.
again about USA ID. They have a big issue with us
I am the
criticizing
Unity
USA
servant.
ID, and eventually they end the video by saying something along the lines of, they don't believe that
time?
Asmongold and myself actually believe our own
As you
opinions.
wish.
Right, of course.
Okay, I guess. But that's kind of how they started
Without
off
delay.
my video. This is the second video in the
The
saga
anima are
here.
restless.
Apparently, he also sucks, and it's titled Red Says Desu.
Man.
Unironically,
Man.
bad faith. And you can see that the dislike ratio is not too great on this one either. But this is how they describe my content, and I'll explain kind of what happened in this video.
This ultimately brings
We
us to
answer
Rev
the
Says
call.
Desu. Rev is a commentary
wish.
channel that often covers
The
gamer
anima are
news.
restless.
However, if you look at all of his videos, you can clearly see they have a slant to them. His commentary oftentimes appeal hard.
I mean, how do you say that when every
complete.
video is bad
Your
about somebody
presence is
yourself?
strong.
How do you
Victory
do
is
that?
at hand.
I mean, I feel like this is like, yeah, what are you
need to go
talking
into
about?
this analysis knowing that this is what works best for their
What's
channel.
on your mind?
Okay, so this is the
Yeah,
class.
so this is what I find to be, this is what's so stupid about this, is that, yeah, obviously
Without
they're going to do
delay.
something that's beneficial for their channel, just like you're doing. It's so weird for this.
Classic argument people make.
Yeah.
They basically say if your videos get views,
The shields
you
are
must be
offline.
doing this
Yeah, negative
in a
self-awareness.
very
Exactly.
inorganic way, that you're grifting or you're doing
The
something
anima
like
are
that.
restless.
I make these videos because I care about these topics. It's not just to get clicks. If I wanted clicks, there's other topics I could talk about that don't come with
Last
daily death threats and
chance
unhinged
to
people constantly
surrender.
complaining
Yeah,
about
of course.
you.
Any
Okay?
last
I talk
words?
about these things knowing some of the backlash I might get because I enjoy these topics,
This
especially when
channel
it
is just shitting on people, but they accuse you of only shitting on people? Of course.
involves gaming. Now, we also see what she's reacting to here, and she spends the entirety of this video reacting to a video I uploaded back in December, where it's titled, I criticize the gaming industry, now
Hostility research
YouTube is silencing me. So what happened in that
Logistics
video is
upgrade
I was
complete.
reacting to a
We
situation
answer
where
the call.
a previous video got
The
age
anima are
restricted,
restless.
right? And I thought it was very unfair, and I made a video about it because that's what YouTubers do. When you have issues with YouTube, you make a tweet about it,
have to
and then
say
you make
something.
a YouTube video
Yeah.
about it, and
Unless
that
you know somebody.
solves the problem typically. And that video, after I released it, within 1 hour, the age restriction
shall
was
overcome.
removed. Now, in that video, I
With
talked
one
about
voice.
an observation I made about the gaming industry where a lot of companies want to make these promotions centering around Christmas related themes, but they never say any sort of dialogue along with it that says Merry Christmas. They always use Happy Holidays, and I think that's just like a PC approach to to things. It's not meant to be a super deep topic, and you can disagree with it. That's fine, but I'm just raising that for context because the video was age restricted as a result. And in this video, Food Shops claims that, like, I'm trying to morally grandstand here and have this performative outrage where I'm saying I'm being persecuted because of my beliefs and these topics involving Christmas and all this stuff. When I only brought up the topic for context to explain why it's so frustrating that I got an age restriction for sexual content. So that topic...
People always just make shit up like this. This is the problem that a lot of these people have, is that this is one thing that I've learned about the internet, is that basically any sort of drama or anything like that that happens, it's just people making shit up, and they don't actually even care about whether it's true or not. Their goal is to just spread negative information about somebody that people don't like. That's it. That's literally all there is to it.
Underway.
Another planet joins the Unity.
I covered was completely benign, but then I get hit with an age restriction and that appeal rejected within 5 minutes for sexual content, including nudity, which obviously didn't happen. But they tried to, in bad faith, misrepresent what I'm doing. And also throughout this video, to wrap this one up, they basically try to gaslight the viewer into believing that I don't have any clue how YouTube works, but they do. They claim on the one hand...
If they knew how YouTube worked, they would have more than 3,000 subscribers.
That me going to Twitter and YouTube was just performative outrage that doesn't actually fix anything. And that the real solution was instead to go to the YouTube creator help on your main page and then talk to some consultant there, which is insanely stupid. That doesn't work. They pretty much have no power on that chat line. They can't fix hardly anything. 90% of your issues, they can't even begin to address. So that's stupid. And then they also disputed my claim that in January, there's definitely a downfall, a ramping down of ad revenue typically on YouTube because after the holidays, advertisers aren't as gung-ho with YouTube and their campaigns there because people are just, they're broke from the holidays. They're not spending as much money. That's something that any creator who's been around long enough recognizes. It's a pattern. It doesn't affect everyone the same, but it's definitely a pattern that exists. In fact, I know at least 2 different circumstances where PewDiePie took the month of January off, and one of the reasons is that videos and ad revenue just didn't perform as well, and he'd rather save his content for the next month and take a break during that time. But basically, that's what they yap about for this whole time. A bad faith argument trying to gaslight people about things that just aren't true. But then we get the third installment of this saga. Asmongold messed up big time.
Oh my god. Bro, where do these people come from? Uh-oh.
It's over. Now I can't even like
What's on your mind?
What could it possibly
this
be?
is definitely a title and thumbnail I would make. So I can't say too much about that. But again, 24 likes, 139 dislikes. This video is talking about USAID, and Asmongold's reacting to a decoy voice video. And let's just begin by hearing her description of Asmongold, especially when it pertains to his increasing shift towards political commentary.
He totally has the freedom to explore politics on his stream. But if a very large streamer does cover it, I expect a bit more out of them.
What's on your mind?
And so, where there's politics, there is Asmongold falling off.
Our vengeance is yours.
You heard it here, folks.
I don't know about that.
Asmongold is falling off. He is falling off, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I don't know about you,
that's
but like
too
looking
bad.
at the Asmongold TV channel.
Oh, wow.
Like, I don't know. Uploaded 18 hours ago, 1.3 million views. Every video at least getting hundreds of thousands of views, some hovering around
How does that
million,
keep happening?
in many cases breaking a million.
Wow.
1.6 million in 2 days. And then you got the clip channel.
Guys.
Same thing with this, 900K in 9 hours, 900K in 22 hours, so on and so forth. Like, he's also, statistically speaking, the biggest political commentator on Twitch right now. So he's falling off. That's such a disingenuous explanation of what he's doing. But speaking of disingenuous, let's listen to this next part where she describes not only some things about Asmongold, but also Decoy Voice, who's catching strays here.
First, Asmongold's eyebrows do more commentary than him. Asmongold
That's not
begins
nice.
by watching a right-wing guy named Decoy Voice.
Our vengeance is
Right-wing
yours.
decoy voice.
I
Interesting.
think that the era of calling somebody right wing as like a pejorative is ending, and it's kind of going away. And I think that
Cry
people are
for
starting to see
mercy.
like how ridiculous it is
Victory
that that's
is at
even an
hand.
accusation in the first place. It's just like the fact that you're using that as a negative to begin with, it's ridiculous.
Hostility research
Not to
complete.
harp on somebody other than Asmongold, but his opinions are straight up trash. The objectively correct opinion here is that the U.S. needs to clean up their
Harmony
explosives
research
on
complete.
countries that they
We
interfered
answer
with
the
in the
call.
past. It's like clogging your friend's
As you
toilet
wish.
after going to their house and leaving without telling them.
it's
Regardless,
not.
Asmongold
Not the
seems to
same
watch this
thing.
guy
Your
a lot and
presence
makes
is
goofy
strong.
faces.
What?
No,
The anima are restless.
no, I don't think so.
Victory
And so
is
when
at
it comes to a
hand.
vote, I'm going to vote against that. Nope. Disagree. No generational guilt here. Not going to happen.
What are these criticisms? His
Yep.
eyebrows move too much. He makes funny faces. Like, damn. What does it have to do with anything? Like, that's not legitimate criticism. So, in this video, they're doing
Yes.
tricks on USA ID. I cannot believe anyone defends USA ID this hard. So, as Asmongold claims, and I agree with in many regards, the reason people don't feel bad about USA ID falling apart is because the overwhelming majority of their foreign campaigns were an absolute waste of money. You know, DEI musicals over in another country, or paying for transgender comic books in South America. Like, these things are ridiculous. And
Your presence is strong.
Food Shops here tries to use an appeal to emotion, saying, well,
Cry
one of those
for
programs that's going to
mercy.
get slashed is
Glory to
cleaning
the
up
unity.
bombs in Cambodia.
Glory to the
And
unity.
Asmongold's reaction is pretty much like, I
By
don't
the
want...
way, the U.S. did not put all those bombs there. All the mines there. That was not all put there by the U.S. The entire premise of this argument is not true.
What lies before us? With
to
one
pay for
voice.
the sins of other generations. I wasn't even born
Some-
within
some
20
of them, yes,
years
but not all
of
of
the
them.
Vietnam War. Why am I responsible for anything going on
Mining
here?
upgrade
Like,
complete.
why would I pay my taxpayer dollars?
Yeah,
Now, in
yeah.
our
It's just like that's it.
Your
I mean, like
presence
I
is
think that this
strong.
is one of the things that it's one of the big points that I think a lot of people are kind of realizing, especially like young men are realizing, is
Your
that I think that
influence
there's a
is
lot of young
noted.
men who
We
feel
have a
a lot
deal.
of cultural stress
The
and a
shields are
lot of
offline.
financial pressure.
Planet item ready.
And they are very against the idea of this generational guilt that because their
We shall
grandfather
overcome.
or their grandfather's grandfather did something bad, that they now have to live in accordance to that. I think that's the way a lot of people feel. And that's the way I feel, at least, right? Like, I don't care about anything bad that the country did in the past. I'm not going to do anything to like help them if it's not for my country, right? Like, I didn't do that. It's not my responsibility. If you want to talk about like, you know, like fucking geopolitics, we bombed them. Obviously, it didn't necessarily. It's not going so well to begin with, right? I'd care about that. You find a lot of those in Germany? Yeah, you do, right?
vengeance
But
is
government did it. It's their
yours.
responsibility.
Our
Well,
will
it's
shall
not.
be
And
done.
if I vote, the thing is that you can make that argument as much as you want,
Your
but that's not
presence
going
is
to make me
strong.
vote to send my money somewhere else
Our
to do
will shall be
something
done.
to solve a problem that's not
Harmony research
beneficial to
complete.
people in my country. You can use whatever argument you want. None of that is going to cause me to give my money away. That's it. Like, there's literally nothing, there's nothing more to it than that. And in a lot of ways, it is selfish. And I think that's a good thing.
What lies before us? For the
armchair
unity.
therapist on Twitter will probably
Yeah.
diagnose you a
That way of
psych-
thinking causes wars? I don't know. I mean, if
The
we're
anima
going to
are
go, if we're not
restless.
going to give them money to like fix their problems across the
Planet
world,
item
and they're going to
ready.
come, so like what
All
are we? We're
power
paying
to
them
jump
basically a
drive.
ransom that like we have to keep giving them money, or they're going to go to war with us. That doesn't sound like a good idea at all.
psychopath for having that opinion, but that's the opinion I think most people in the world have. They don't want to be
Last
paying
chance to
for
surrender.
foreign things
Our
going on that
forces have
happened
engaged the
generations
enemy.
before them. I
We
think that's a
are
very
listening.
human
Yeah.
thing
For
to
the
do.
unity.
But
The
like I
anima
said, they
are
pretty much just
restless.
complain the
Harmony
rest of the
research
video
team
here,
complete.
and then
Another
we get
planet
to
joins the
the
unity.
good stuff.
Oh,
Our
here we
will
go.
Biggest
shall be
problem
done.
with Asmongold
lies
fans,
before
it's
us?
your fault.
Uh-oh.
Asmongold fans, you hear me? It's your fault.
It's always the viewers. That's it. It's always the viewers' fault. That's what it is. I don't know. I think it's fine to spend a little to clean up some mess, to hold good relationships, but anything else is bullshit. I think to some degree it is, but if it's a big problem, then I wouldn't really take it that seriously. Caught. Yep. All right. This is you guys. Yep. Sorry. Here we go.
So this thumbnail is wild. White people weaponizing Japanese
Your
people, I
presence is
guess.
strong.
That's rich.
Yeah, I don't
to
think
jump
that's an
drive.
American flag. What flag is that? It's not America.
Well, let's see
What
what,
is
they have to
this?
say here. So
Okay.
let's get right into the video.
My Asmongold and RevSafe Desu vids got a lot of attention from a bunch of haters.
Our vengeance
Don't
Yep.
want my
is
videos
yours.
to do well? Find
Commerce
them.
upgrade
Click off
complete.
right now. I'm telling the truth. If you want to
Beg
learn
for
how
our
you're helping me
forgiveness.
out,
We
sit
shall
down, my
overcome.
little
Our
crispy
forces have
chicken nick.
engaged the enemy.
Our vengeance
Oh.
is yours.
All right then. Spicy intro. Clearly they're very upset about the dislike ratio
The
on all
enemy
the
are
videos, and
restless.
I guess that makes sense. They thought they had a little home run
Planet item
with these
ready.
videos.
Wow,
and
okay.
Yeah, let's hear what else they have to
We
say.
are
That's a lot.
For the
Ow,
unity.
my ears, dude.
The
What
animal
what are my
restless.
fans doing that's
The
bad?
YouTube algorithm values engagement above all else.
They do.
Basically,
What
it
lies
values how
before us?
long somebody can
A
stay
new
on
fleet is
YouTube.com.
born.
The common
Control
truth
group
is that people
created.
who comment
We
and
are
like on the
listening.
video will
Control
count
group
as
created.
good engagement. But what if I told
Generally.
you bad feedback and rage bait also counts as good engagement?
I mean, like, sort of, right? Like, I know
What does this
I've
have to
spoken
do
on
with
Every
me?
single angry
That's us on the
second
hamster
wheel
watch
right now. We're being
only
played.
serves to make my videos get more attention. Engaging with my videos only makes my videos show up more on your feed.
What is
What's
this
on
like?
To
your
be
mind?
fair, that is partially
am the
true, and there
Unity
are a lot of
servant.
people. If you don't want to
Another
look at
planet
content, the
joins
best
the
way for you to
Unity.
avoid it is to
Our
not interact with it
vengeance
at
is
all.
yours.
I think that's the
Cry
main
for
answer.
mercy.
Like, yeah,
Civilian structure
I mean, I think that
complete.
part of that is true.
Anime
Glory to the
villain
unity.
monologue
Mind
here, like
upgrade complete.
relax, completely
Hostility
mind
research
broken
tier complete.
over a couple of
Our
videos, getting
forces
some
have
dislikes on them.
engaged the enemy.
Jeez, relax.
Cry
You
for
guys are really
mercy.
not beating the retard allegations. The best way
Maybe.
to reduce the attention my videos get and to completely hinder me is to hover your cursor over my video and not click on it. By doing this, you're lowering my click-through rate. Impressions are the times a viewer sees my video on the side or in the search results. However,
It does sound like an anime villain narrative, doesn't it? Like one of those like monologues.
clicking on the video increases my click-through rate and makes that particular impression valuable.
Why are they so mad?
Victory
Oh my
is
god!
at hand.
You know,
So
I
she's
think they're
the
being like a
hamster? I
little
think so.
overly dramatic in this
Yeah.
video, but that doesn't really work again because in the other
Glory
videos they were
to the
dead serious.
unity.
So I don't understand, and I think they got themselves into this situation
Victory
by
is at
being the
hand.
perpetual contrarian. You know these people, right? Who they find someone they don't like, and they're just their belief system becomes everything
Oh,
that's
yeah.
the opposite of that person they don't like, even if it's completely unreasonable and stupid. And I think that's how they're treating people like me and
Glory
people like
to the
Asmongold, where
unity.
it's like literally every single opinion they have, they want to have the
Cry for
opposite
mercy.
of that opinion, no matter how difficult it is to
This
support.
is one big problem I think everybody has nowadays is that once you find somebody who you disagree with, people try to figure out ways to not find common ground with that person. And it's almost like if you find common ground with a person that you normally disagree with, people view it as you kind of agreeing with their other previous opinions.
The
Like, and
animal
I
are
think this is like a
restless.
meta level problem of thinking that happens a lot in general.
that contrarian
Victory
point
is
of
at
view.
hand.
It tells YouTube it's a popular
Commerce
video
upgrade
and it will
complete.
thus spread it to
Cry
more
for
people.
mercy.
I recommend doing your homework
Glory to
before
the
promoting
unity.
content you don't like.
Also, like I said, I think they're being like a little dramatic, but it doesn't
Glory
work
to the
because, like I said, they were
unity.
serious in the other video, and now it's like they're trying to play it off like, oh, I was just goofing around this whole time. I
Cry
don't
for
think so.
mercy.
I don't think so at all. I think you just got kind
Harmony
of
research
barraged with
complete.
dislikes and
Glory
negative
to the
comments, and now
unity.
you're trying to cope about it.
Of course.
Fortunately, clicking on my video, watching it all the way through enough to leave entire timestamps.
Jesus.
Before us.
probably giving it a dislike in the meantime is
We
really boosting
understand.
me in the algorithm.
Planet item ready.
So I
Apparently
remember seeing
not.
this
You had
video from
900
first
views.
video. This person broke it down very well, actually. So like showing
What's on
this
your
as some kind of
mind?
an L for people who are putting out a
I
pretty
am the
good
Unity
effort to
servant.
criticize what you're saying. I don't know, just posting your own L's at this point.
Our
So
vengeance
really-
is yours.
Thank you for
Commerce
that.
upgrade
I think you guys
complete.
may have gotten me out of my shadow ban state. So I do
I don't
appreciate
think
the
so.
Asmongold fans. As a kind reward,
What about the red fans, man?
you get to see my videos even more.
Cry for
Anyhow,
mercy.
the engagement would be worth it if only you guys left a good
What's on your
comment
mind? So
that
fucking
actually
cringe.
meant something and actually
Oh my
refuted
God.
anything meaningful. Instead, you guys are
just
all
posted one of
easily
those.
disproved.
Bro,
As for people who
This-
enjoy what I talk about, then
this is exactly what I would imagine these people like. Like, this is whenever I think about the people that are like writing these like weird things on Twitter, this is exactly how I imagine them typing and talking. This is 100% it.
And depicted as
As you
a soy
wish.
jack. You lose, chatters. But
We
anyways,
answer the call.
they just go on and on. They talk
Planet
about
item ready.
Yasuke here, and I want to
Without
listen to this part
delay.
because
No
it's really
mercy.
full-on copium.
keep watching. I appreciate you guys. Let's begin. So a Japanese historian, okay, a Japanese professor commented on this matter. So Yasuke, okay, was depicted as the Black Samurai in the new Assassin's Creed
Hostility
game,
research
okay?
complete.
And since
Okay.
he is one of the main characters,
The anima are restless.
you know, the gamers go on in full force, okay? Now, people are mainly using, the main excuse they're using is that it's historically
Last
inaccurate,
It is.
okay?
chance
That's
to
not true.
surrender.
This is a topic of debate. There's a lot of Japanese people on Twitter, all right? And for the
Is
record,
it time?
a lot of these people
As
are
you
racist as
wish.
fuck, okay?
Mine upgrade complete.
To the death! The anima are restless.
Okay, well, there's a lot of people in Japan that don't agree with this, but they're racist, so it doesn't matter.
A lot of Japanese
okay.
people on Twitter, all right, saying,
Beg for
hey,
our forgiveness.
you know,
Any
we're
last
offended.
words?
We're offended.
Yeah.
They
we're
are
offended.
very
okay?
offended.
All right, but then this Japanese
Any last
historian
words?
came out, all right, who is
Beg for our
Japanese, who is
forgiveness.
not paid by
This guy, by the way, I believe this is the guy who was exposed as someone who was supporting the Japanese
Civilian
Communist
structure
Party
complete.
and also didn't believe
Another
in
planet
empirical
joins the
evidence for
Unity.
history. Like, you don't have to actually prove anything through evidence when it comes to history. It's about basically telling a story. Yeah, there's a reason why this guy got
Civilian
absolutely
structure
trashed
Well,
on.
hey, I guess that makes sense. He's telling a story.
And then the other person they're referring to is, of course, Thomas Lockley,
Yeah, of
who we already
course.
talked about. 400-page fan fiction on this stuff that's been
Mining upgrade
debunked. He also
complete.
vandalized the Wikipedia page of Yasuke,
presence
is
changing the
strong.
phrases from retainer to samurai, then using his
vengeance is
own
yours.
book as the
Our
source
will
for that.
shall be
Yeah.
How
done.
is that ever taken seriously?
anybody, all right, who is a professor who who teaches people, all right,
That's what they generally do.
Another
literally
planet
said
joins the
during that
Unity.
time the historical records
Civilian
are not
structure
accurate.
complete.
They don't refer to anyone as a samurai. Why? Because they haven't
Civilian structure
invented the
complete.
word samurai yet. They haven't invented.
I don't know what they're talking about. But the other point that
Hostility
they made
research complete.
a
Oh
couple
my
seconds
God.
ago
Planet item
was
ready.
that people are trying to
Army
basically,
research
it
complete.
really was the thumbnail too, where they're saying
getting
that
mad,
people
too.
like me or Asmongold, we're speaking on behalf of all Japanese people. We're treating them as a monolith
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
who
of
all
course.
think the same, which is not true. Basically, what's
We're treating the Japanese people as a monolith, but she's saying that a lot of them are just racist.
The anima
happening
are
here is that
restless.
we're
sure.
looking, or people like me, we're looking
Is it
at
time?
what the majority seems to think. And it seems very clear from a lot of evidence that a
What
lot of
needs
Japanese
revealing?
people don't
Visualizing
like
arrival.
the portrayal of
Civilian
not just
structure
Yasuke in this
complete.
game, but
Mining
Japan and
upgrade
Japanese
complete.
history
Unity be
generally
my
when it
guide.
comes to
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed Shadows. They have a million
Visualizing
reasons
arrival.
to be upset. All the
Civilian
controversies,
structure
all the
complete.
historical inaccuracies, there's plenty to be upset at. And if you want
Civilian
some
structure
evidence of
complete.
that, I mean, just look at one of the trailers from Ubisoft Japan. This is the Japanese version. Look at the
Your
like-dislike
presence
ratio.
is strong.
It's looking like a
Holy
food shops here.
shit.
Like 900 likes, 25,000.
Not so good, huh?
Vengeance
It's
is
not
yours.
just, oh, a lot
Yeah,
of people
really
hate
not
it.
so good.
There's so much
Item
apathy.
ready.
Only 900 people
Mm-hmm.
like this trailer. I mean, that's absolutely insane. So
Wow.
people like me, we see this and say, yes, I understand.
Yeah, we look
Structure
at this and
complete.
we think maybe the people in Japan have an opinion about it. Yeah, I wonder why.
And Japanese people are not a monolith, but it seems like the reception in Japan
The
is
samurai word was invented in 702 AD.
Hostility
Are you
research
really
complete.
expecting a random retard hater like content creator that just makes a bunch of negative videos about like two people that they disagree with? Are you really expecting them to have any thought into what they're saying at all? Like, you have to understand that like this is the manifestation
Exotics
of
have
like
been
those people on
unveiled by our
Twitter that will like
scribes.
spread misinformation,
Scholars have
and
located
then
a
when
divine
they
artifact.
it gets
Behold
found
its
out that they were
power.
misinformation,
Exotics
they
have
were
been
just like,
unveiled
haha, I
by our
got you. I don't like you
scholars.
anyway, so that's what you get. Like, they're just rats, bro. Like, that's it. They're just rats.
really bad. And I think that's a fair conclusion to make right here on this subject. Now, returning to this, they just yap on and just going over some other things. It's honestly a waste of time.
Yeah,
So let's go to the
nobody cares.
conclusion here, the closing.
Okay.
And hear what we have to
Mining
say here.
upgrade
Yeah,
complete.
I've taken an open-minded approach to his content, watched a lot. I do
Well
not believe
considered.
that.
Also, the average Asmongold fan dropped the ball. Like, that, wouldn't that make more sense for me?
Yeah. Look at that. That looks a lot like him and a lot like it doesn't look like me. This is ridiculous. They'll understand me
More
in Japan. That's not
credits
even
are
it.
required.
Anyway.
Harmony
Gold is
research
operating
complete.
in a nefarious manner. He is trying to understand a lot about a lot. Same as me, lol. So I respect your video because I did learn from you too. Okay. This is at least a nice comment, okay? This first video is pretty
Jesus
rough. I'm
Christ.
not going to deny that.
What
I'm not going
lies
to deny
before
that.
Good.
Okay.
Jesus.
With one voice.
Grant says that's okay. This one has less comments. I mean, okay, guys, I just want to say that this video, all right, this video is way better. In
Is
fact,
it?
if anything, the best part is this part. Okay, not only
Oh my god.
What
yeah,
an
so
annoying
apparently,
person. What an
is the
insanely
best
annoying
video.
fucking person.
The anima are
Oh
This
my
is the
God.
best we got out of the
Just
the series
yapping?
here,
Yes,
but
it's-
anyways, that's gonna do it for
Like,
this
these
video.
videos suck. Like, that's the reason why people aren't watching them. Make better videos.
Obviously a lot of stuff to react to. I
Yeah,
found this to
they're
be
not
pretty
even
funny.
good.
I'm
Mining
not
upgrade
trying to
complete.
go over the top
Oh
with
my
this. I just thought
God.
it was pretty amusing to see all these videos and some of the logic being used. But
Hostility
having said that,
research
like I said,
complete.
as
Exotics
always,
have been
feel free to share
unveiled
your
by our
thoughts about today's
squires.
topics in the comment
Squire
section down
visions have
below.
revealed
Hope you
an
guys enjoyed the
unexpected
video,
bonus.
and I'll see you next time.
Squire
It's just
visions have
fucking
revealed
crazy
an
to see where these people
unexpected
come from, man.
bonus.
Hey, what's up, guys?
I love
Exotics have
seeing
been
this
unveiled
because
by our
this is
squires.
exactly what I would
Exotics have
imagine
been
the
unveiled
people
by our
that are
squires.
like the Twitter haters of me. This is exactly the way that I would imagine them to
Harmony
be
research
in real
complete.
life. Yeah, this is the video. Yeah, it's like this is like when I see
shields
this,
are
it's like
offline.
going to a brony
All power to
convention
jump
and
drive.
seeing the guy there with like the rainbow sparkle shirt, the fedora, the fire, overshirt on, that's blue fire at the bottom, with the, cargo shorts and like fucking socks and sandals. It's like you actually
Our
see the
forces have
entire
engaged
fucking
the enemy.
Exodia stereotype
Hostility research
put
tier
together
complete.
completely. So yeah, it's fucking hilarious. How do you know what a prony convention is like? I watched a
Cry for
YouTube video on
mercy.
it. Yeah, I did. And if there was one nearby, I would watch it. It's just so
Victory
fucking
is
funny
at
for me to see
hand.
this. But some of these people are completely fucking delusional. It's really sad.
We answer the call without delay.
This is probably my favorite video I've ever watched in my entire life. This is I can't believe I'm gonna link you all the video. This is my favorite video I've ever seen. Oh,
anima are
here we go.
restless.
Fuck OnlyFans. Are there any other additional clips that I need to see before I watch this? No, okay.
In case you guys missed it, we died in World of Warcraft, and I was about to say a
We
lot
answer
about
the
this,
call
like, I'm not gonna lie,
as you
I
wish.
was pissed.
Your
At
presence
first, we
is
died,
strong.
and I was like,
Glory to
My
the
bad.
unity.
Yeah.
right?
What's on your
It
mind?
is what it is, I
I am
died,
the
shouldn't have
Unity
done that, blah, 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 blah. Then I,
As you
dove
wish.
deeper into it,
Planet
Yeah.
item
and I
ready.
actually
Without
watched probably out of
delay.
the 39 different people's perspectives, I watched probably like 30
We
people's
answer the
perspectives.
call.
These
Logistics upgrade
are
complete.
the biggest. And again, remember I said this before. I said these WoW players are pussies, right?
The anima are restless.
And they all cried to me. Remember when I called
Yep.
during the Yamato thing? I said you guys are all pussies.
We answer the call. I am the Unity's servant. Without delay.
Civilian structure complete.
Nobody wanted to
Is it
listen to me.
time? I am the Unity's servant. Our vengeance is yours.
Wow. How about
Is
that?
it time? What's on your mind?
Yep.
You weren't
Without
jumping
delay.
in anyway. And they were like, well, don't call us
Civilian
pussies, bro.
structure complete.
No, you don't know what you layered. Like,
Our vengeance
they
is
are
yours.
absolutely pussies.
Is it
I told
time?
myself I wasn't going to crash out. I'm about to crash out. Like, I made a whole
Glory to the
notepad of
Good.
exact
Good.
timestamps
Good.
of what I'm not. I'm
Civilian
big. I'm
structure
better than that.
complete.
It was some of the most degenerate
Glory
shit
to the
I've ever seen in my
Need
life.
some accountability.
First of all, like obviously
We
nobody listened to
answer
the
the
call.
call.
There were a couple good people that did listen to the call.
As
Whatever.
you
Was it
wish.
a bad call? I don't think it was necessarily. It was 100% late. Yes.